Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today I just wanted to go over some retro Black Friday deals I saw that were going on over at VGP, Video Games Plus. If you're not familiar with them, they are a fantastic physical video game retailer over in Canada. And speaking of that, when you enter the website, if you're in North America, well, America like I am, you'll have to change the little currency to USD down here from Canada dollars to USD. So remember to do that, because otherwise the prices are going to show us something entirely different if you go check any of these out. Now I've just got it narrowed down to pretty much everything that they have in stock before like PS4 and Switch and stuff like that. So starting with PS3 and back, and basically PS3 360 and back. They don't have that many things for older consoles in stock, but we're just going to cover them all real quick, because certain ones, like the Dreamcast stuff they have for sale, is almost out of stock, so I wanted to cover that before they actually run out completely. And that being said, don't get mad if they are out of stock when you get there, because as of recording this, they do have everything that I talk about in stock. So starting with the cheapest stuff, we're going to go in order of price, since they didn't have a way to order it from console for some reason, without just doing one at a time, which I didn't want to do. So first up, we have Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, which obviously is a good pick for this holiday season if you have any any poor children that have a Wii U and no other console in your family for some reason. Same thing with Lego Movie down here, which they only have one left. Wow, that's crazy. That God, couldn't imagine buying Wii U games like that right now, but hey, they have them. And then we also have Portal 2 on 360. I've never played it, but I've heard fantastic things, and they have plenty of those in stock if you are interested for only $10.64. Same thing with the Sid Civilization Revolution for PS3 at only $10.64 as well. Very strange pricing, but a lot of these are at $10.64 for some reason. And we have MX vs. ATV if you like that. Same thing with Reflex down here. Very similar if you like the dirt bike type games. Well, ATV games, whatever. They all play about the same, I think. I haven't played that many of them, but they all seem fun enough. And then we have Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Can't go wrong with that. It's one of the best racing Sonic games. And then Sonic Generations, one of the best Sonic games in general. And that's only $10.64 as well. Then we have All-Star Racing Sonic, so that I think is a little less good compared to Transformed, but it's still a fun kart racer. Then we have the Genesis Collection, which is an incredible deal, because that has I can't remember, but it has at least over 30 games or more on it, so you're basically paying pennies per game. And some of them are great, like Phantasy Star, I think it has 2 and 4. I can't remember. It has at least some of the RPGs, and then it has more of the basics, the Sonics and whatnot. And then you have Sonic Unleashed, which is meh. I've heard mixed things on it, but some people like it. I mean, you never know what you'll get with Sonic games. Their quality is very mixed. Sorry about the background noise. My kitten always likes to make noise when I record, because he is so helpful. Gotta love cats. And then we have Sonic the Hedgehog, so Sonic Sonic 06, I think, which is one of the worst Sonic games ever, so I highly recommend that one. You should check it out. I mean, a lot of these games aren't going to be anything too crazy. It's just what VGP has in stock from the previous generations, and never know. I mean, sometimes you just need to add stuff to your collection. Like, you have a Final Fantasy 13 2. I actually need that one, so I might snag that before they run out, but it's only... I could probably get it cheaper used, and I could probably find a good quality used. So it just depends. I'll have to look into that, because I need that at some point. I have the first one only, and I know they're not great, but I still want to own all the Final Fantasies at some point. You have Arcania: The Complete Tale. That one is some sort of RPG. I can't remember if it's like a top-down Diablo or if it's like a third-person action RPG, but it's one of the two. It's Western RPG style. And then we have Pac-Man Party 3D. Never played that. I'm sure it's not great, but if you like Pac-Man and you have a 3DS, there you go, 14 bucks. And then we have all the Sims 3, Sims 3 Pets for PS3, Wii, 360, PS3 for the Pets one, and they're all $14.19. Because I know Sims is really popular, so you might want that. And then we have some NFS Hot Pursuit, which is a great Need for Speed game, if I remember correctly. It's not one of the best ones. It's not like Carbon or Underground, but it's still one of the better modern-ish ones since they started going downhill. And then we have some more LEGO games. This time for the 360 is Harry Potter's Years 1 through 4. Not a big recommend on that one. If you have modern consoles, you can get the collection of all 8 or 7 games, 8 movies, I can't remember. But you get the complete like Harry Potter collection. I think it's just the 7 books for Switch or other modern consoles if you want. So you could do that or get half of it for about the same price for an older console. Your choice. Then we have Nier, which is another one you can get on modern consoles, which makes it better. And this one's only 14 bucks for a sealed copy of it for PS3 though. So I mean, there's that. Can't go wrong with having sealed copies of these games. And then we have a Rayman Legends Xbox One 360 edition, which is just the 360 edition because Microsoft likes to be weird with their casing and naming and all that crap. Gotta love Microsoft. But yeah, Rayman Legends is one of the best 2D platformers ever. So if you haven't played it, check it out. It's good. And then if you if you have an Evercade, which we're going to go over the games that they have for sale as well, you can get the Tate Grip here for only 14 bucks. It would help if you like shmups and other games that would need that. Can't think of any others that do, but I know shmups do. And then we have Silent Hill Down Homecoming. Can't read. Homecoming for PS3. I've not played any Silent Hill games. I've heard great things. I know some of them, like newer ones, probably aren't as good, but this one might have been. I don't know. Check it out. It's 17 bucks on PS3. You save a whole $3. That's such a great steal. And then we have Harvest Moon 3D, A New Beginning on the 3DS for only $17. Now, it's probably not one of the best Harvest Moon games, but it's probably a game. If you don't have it, check it out. Save $10 whole. Then we have Evercade, Atari Arcade 2, A14. So here's going to be a lot of the Evercade games because they're all about the same price points. You're not saving much per each one, but you are saving at least a few dollars to $7, give or take. This is a Atari collection. Then we have the Bitmap Bureau one, or Bitmap Brothers, my bad, which would have some stuff I can't see very well, but it has, I mean, they're all collections of games, so I'd recommend checking them out, especially if you have an Evercade, or if not, because, I mean, a lot of people buy the games without having the console because the games are so cheap, and then they can get the console later on. So there's that. Because I don't think VGP has the console in stock, not the proper consoles anyway. And then we have Indie Heroes 4. It's got a mix of indie games, I'm sure. Evercade Mega Cat Studios, that's got some more modern indie retro games, not actually from the past, but Evercade Xenocrisis and Tanglewood dual game cartridge. Xenocrisis is fantastic. I've never played Tanglewood, but just buy it for Xenocrisis. That's so fun. And then we have the Jellicoe Collection 1. I don't know what's on that because I can't see it, and I don't want to have to click it and then back out. But I just recommend getting all of the Evercade collections, honestly. That's something I'm going to start doing very soon. Like we have the Data East Collection, Arcade Collection, Irem Arcade Collection, Pico Arcade Collection, for about 19 bucks. Evercade Delphine Collection, Duke Nukem, all of them actually. It's the Collection 2, so I can't tell what else on that. Time to Kill, something, and something. And then we have 3D and something. So highly recommend that. And then we have Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirrors of Fate for 3DS, only $21.28. That one's actually a pretty good Castlevania game if you've not played it. Like, it's not one of the best, but it's not the worst. It's one of the last ones too, so there's that. Hopefully one day Konami will officially bring it back instead of just in anime form, which is cool too, but like I miss the games, and so many other people do too. Then we have Harvest Moon 3D, The Tale of Two Towns. That one I've never played, but if you like Harvest Moon, go for it. You save $7. Then we have GTA 5. If you are one of the 5 people that don't own this game yet, go get it for $21 sealed. Can't believe they have so many of those still in stock, brand new. Like, hasn't everyone in the world bought that already? And then we have Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5 for PS2 at $21.28. Then there's Namco Museum Mega Mix on the Wii for only $21. Now, can't go wrong with the Namco collection. This one's got 24 different games on it, so I'm sure that's a great value. Less than $1 per game. Then we have more Evercade stuff, Broken Sword Collection. Those are some sort of adventure games, I think. I can't remember for sure. Then we have Evercade Tomb Raider Collection, so I think that has some of the better Tomb Raider games on it. I know the first 3 are not really my jam because of the tank controls and all that outdated crap. It's just not for me. But I'd recommend collecting it anyway. Then we have Hermes on Dreamcast. This is a cute little 2D action platformer. It's not an original Dreamcast game. All the Dreamcast games on here are fan made, kind of. I mean, they're official, but they're not official, but they're like new releases made by indie companies and whatnot. And Hermes is a really cute 2D platformer where you can eat donuts along the way to keep your hunger up, but if you eat too many donuts, you will die from needing to take a dump. It's a strange mechanic, but I thought it was pretty funny, and I really want to get that game. Then we have Ploid, which is a more mediocre game. It's a Mega Man style, but the controls seem a bit, I don't know, the mechanics seem a little off. The review I saw was complaining about, like, you'll go up ladders like in a Mega Man game sometimes, and like you'll have no trouble going up the ladder, staying on the ladder. On this game, if you just hold up, sometimes the character likes to let go and just fall. So that's pretty cool. Some of the other mechanics, the boss fights seem pretty tough, so I don't know if I recommend Ploid, but if you want a Dreamcast game, go for it. It seems fine. It seems just a bit basic though, and seems to have a couple of issues. I'd recommend Hermes more. And then we have Recnum for Dreamcast as well. This was crap, I can't remember what this one was. I just looked them up. I think it was a 2D action platformer. I'm trying to remember if it was the Zelda-like or not. Hold on. Yeah, I think it was the Zelda-like. I could be wrong. But it's either a 2D action platformer that's more basic, or it's a Zelda-style game with a mix of top-down adventuring and 2D platforming. Don't hold me to that, but we'll see once we go further if I see the other one that looks more like it. But I think that was the Zelda-like. Then we have the Tomb Raider games I don't think I would enjoy, but they're only $23 on Evercade. Then we have New Super Mario Bros. And Zelda Triforce 4, the 3DS at $24.83. If you don't have those, you can't go wrong with getting those brand new. Well, any 3DS sealed game is a good deal in my opinion, as long as it's not overpriced. And then we have Kirby Triple Deluxe at $24. DKC Returns 3D. I actually, here's one I don't really recommend, because you could get that on Switch or hell, even I think that's the one they did on, yeah, Country Returns is on there along with Tropical Freeze. So you can get both of those on modern consoles. But if you want it on 3DS, here it is. Then we have Mario Party Island Tour, $24. Got some Legacy Kane, Soul Reaver. I highly recommend that. I'm going to be buying that one soon. And then we've got Mario and Luigi Dream Team, which is a pretty decent Mario and Luigi game, if you haven't played it. And then there's Tales of the Abyss, which is one of the best Tales of games, even though it starts out a bit rough and Luke is kind of an unpleasant character at first, but I recommend it. Stick with it. It gets better, and it's such a good deal at only $28 for that. I'm tempted to buy that just to sell my copy, because I think I own it loose, and yeah, I would like that case, please. Damn, I actually kind of want that, and they have plenty of them in stock. Then we have Shakedown Hawaii. I meant to look this one up and forgot. I think it's like it's pixelated top-down action adventure. I can't remember if it's like a GTA style game, old school one, or if it's something else. But I've heard good things. It's only $30 for 3DS with only $3 off, so not a great deal, but still, it's there. And then we have Story Seasons 3DS. Hey, if you like cozy games, there you go. Then we have Androdunos 2 at only $28. I would recommend that because that was kind of one of the last 3DS games made. Not that it was official, but it was still a release somewhat recently, over the past few years it came out, so it's cool that they still have it in stock. I kind of want that. Then we have Mario Kart 7. If you haven't played it, it's a Mario Kart game for sure. And then we have Luigi's Mansion at only $30. Well, Dark Moon, so it's the second game, the worst one of the three, I hear. The only one I haven't played yet, actually, so I need to get that, but I want it on Switch instead. That's where I played that's where I prefer to play them. And then we have New Yoshi's Island for only $30. Well, $28, but decent deal, I guess, if you like the Yoshi games. Pac-Man Party. Probably a very basic Mario Party-like game for the Wii, but there you go, $30. Seems overpriced, but it's $20 off, so wow. You save a lot, but damn, that's expensive. For what probably isn't a very good game. Then we have Postal on Dreamcast for only $28. Now, this one is like a isometric top-down shooter game, but it has like the aesthetic of a Baldur's Gate or other old CRPG games, computer games. It looks like them, but it plays different, kind of, because it's more of an